We here. We here. You know what it is. You know
Gotta
this
play.
is the spotlight.
I need to play a song for the intro.
Let them get in here first. Let them get in here first.
Okay, okay.
If you play your song and it's registered, they'll flag this.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
There you guys are. I see you coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Get up in here. Good evening. Good evening. People sitting with it. And Tone,
Welcome.
come on in here. What's happening? What's happening? Get ready. I haven't even made the introduction yet. I'm gonna let you guys come up in here first. I don't want to cheat the people that come in here after. They got to get this thing proper. What's happening? Mm-hmm. When you come in, like the video. Like the live when you come in. Like the live. Off top, like the live when you come in. Greatness, what's up, boy? PB, thank you
Top
for
up,
that 10. Like the live.
top of it, loved ones.
Yeah, come on in here. We'll wait a couple minutes until I make the introduction. You guys already know it's hard to introduce who's unintroducible. That's how much magnetism this young fiery young loved one nephew of mine. Boy, it's
Appreciate it.
hard.
It take fire to no fire.
You feel me? Okay, once we get 100 in here, we'll go ahead and do an introduction. Like the video once you come in. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the like when you come in. Be a blessing to this game so the others can see this game and feel this game. Because you know we're going in. You know the spotlight is unlike anything else we do. This is pure game on the Spizzot Lizite. Hit that like button. Sean V, thank you. So look, we done had a couple people on here. Rosebud, Nephew D. But let me tell you, man, this is an extraordinary individual. Me and Nephew and a couple other people talk about him and he don't even know it. Talk about his energy that he gives off, his magnetism that he gives off. You know, that magnetism is something that draws. That Pac had magnetism, He has a magnetism about him, right? And not only does he have a good magnetism, because sometimes you can have some energy about you that ain't kind of cool. His is the very opposite. I've observed him, I've watched him, I've listened to him most of all. I've listened to him, where his mind is, where his head is, and I'm happy to say that we got one for real, and it's always a select few. It ain't many, you know. It ain't many. I want you to understand that, man. When you're talking about the people that got that it factor, and when we talk about it factor, that it factor is character, integrity, trustworthy, a man. You see what I'm saying? It's very rare in these days, right? But 100 is every single bit of everything that I said. And I'm happy to bring him on the platform. Let him share his story. Let him release his measure because he is sharp. You're going to see it yourself. So for everybody who don't know, this is 100. This is Nephew. And he going to
Man,
bless your socks off.
Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. That was a great introduction. It takes one to know one. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm happy I even have a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? And it's an honor to be on your platform to express it.
Now, people might not know, and you should know, that I call him a gentleman extraordinaire, right? But man is a phenomenal rapper, man. I'm talking about for real. I ain't talking about on no. I'm talking about on some real game. This man, there's a song, one of my favorite songs, that's called "In My Zone." I play
Hmm.
it before my classes. I play it before my classes, right? And it gets me fired up. Boy, I just that joint get me fired up. I'm telling my class, me and 100 got to remix that joint, man. I got
For
to get
sure.
on it with 100, man.
For sure. Nah,
That
it's
is,
definitely
ooh.
that's definitely, like that's definitely like one of them ones, because it's like, like I'm a self critic as well, you know what I'm saying? And like
Mhm.
as an artist, it's like it's hard to get, caught up in like what people think, or like they feedback sometimes, or if they're gonna like it or if they're not gonna like it, you know what I'm saying? But me, I understand that I am an artist, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So within that, it's like everything that I give to the people, like I like, even though it's mine and I'm biased, you know what I'm saying? Like when I get in my car, I listen to In My Zone, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can appreciate it. And if somebody outside of me can appreciate it, then that's all even better. But that's one of my favorite ones as well, for sure.
I just let me tell you, man. I just felt kind of like, sometimes something can be in you, and you if you can pull that thing out, man. I just felt that it was a piece of you, the way it was delivered. I felt that little piece of you being
Mm.
pulled out to give, man. I felt
Hmm.
that. Where'd that come from? How did you pull that thing out of you, man?
I think a lot of times it's like I don't focus on being like orthodox, right? And I feel like a lot of people like do. It's like, oh, do this rhyme, do that rhyme. Like when it's a freedom of expression. I just let it go and I let it flow in its greatest authenticity, So whatever it sound like at the end of the studio sessions, or by the time I do get jot down my notes, it's like it's truth. So it's like I'm putting it out there. Like that's it. That's it. That's all. It's nothing to go over. It's nothing to critique. If they're gonna like this, if they're not gonna like, it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be real, and it's gonna be a reflection of me every time. So every piece of music I do, I try to give a piece, but it's some more than others where I'm just, my cup runneth over with. That creativity. It just flows like that. So I definitely appreciate that.
So when you writing and stuff, I've heard many artists and stuff, different ways and different forms of how they write, right?
Hmm.
Um, when you writing, do you have to be like in a still place to get things, or can you just be out and about and you get things? How does it happen for you?
It's like by the time y'all hear it, that's me being like, okay, it got to be on the beat. I got to get in the studio. I got to do it. But I might be driving down the street and 3 bars just hit me. I jot them down real quick at the light. And I don't think no more about it. I don't think no more about it until I'm in a grocery store having hold on, 4 more bars. You know what I'm saying? And by the time
Mm,
that piece is finished, it's a quote unquote song. You know what I'm saying? But it
yeah.
comes to me gradually. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I actually do like lock in, and it just comes to me. I had a season where I felt like my lyrics were honestly like were writing themselves, and I was just sitting back watching like, damn, you nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like just that autopilot, you know what I'm saying, kind of. And it wasn't always like that, because sometimes I do have to, okay, I'm about to get in mode. They say use it or you're gonna lose it. But like lately, you know what I'm saying, I can say for like the past 3 to 5 years, it's kind of been like it just flowed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
because when I
mm,
originally started writing, it was a form of like just like venting, diary type, like
mm, mm, mm.
poem, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But everything I write is poetic. Everything I write is a poem, whether it's on a slow beat or a fast beat or whatever the case may be. If I wanted to give poetry, then it could be, I could give that. You know what I'm saying? The rap songs y'all hear is however it's really about the audience, however the audience didn't take it. But I feel like everything I write is poetic. It's not always a rap song. It's not always a love song. It's poetry,
Mm,
all in
mm.
all.
Uh, Marshall McGee, which is he says fan character bouncing their heart-shaped ponytail with stars in their eye. That's Malachi. That's right,
Mm,
Malachi. Look, man, I just want to get into this, man, because in our community, man, it's devastating out here, man, in this community, And you had a situation that, many people, man, don't survive, man, don't even come up out of, man. And this is a recent situation that this happened to you where you were shot 4 times, man. And I know a lot of people was wondering not only what happened, but you know, you survived 4 shots like that. It's crazy. I mean, you hear it in fantasy when Pac said I've been shot and or 50 say I've been shot, but you know to have that kind of experience like that, man. And could you kind of go into, man, you know, what happened, and not only what happened, but how it maybe did it change you? I don't want to put words in your mouth. What happened? Did it change you? Did it make you think differently about your people, or what? What did that situation do to you? Because a lot of us haven't had that experience. We want to know, what happened to you within that experience and where you are or where you are today with that. You
okay,
teaching us
and
today.
okay, and it was just recently, so it hasn't even been like 30 days. So within that, like we're gonna go into it. There is gonna be details that I spare, but for the most part, I'm gonna take you on a journey with me because I'm still also experiencing the journey in itself. But I can bring you up to date to where I am today.
Mm,
So it was really just a matter of really, a mixed emotions, like a bunch of emotions that I've come to the understanding of, and some yet to be like revealed, just as far as like the revelation and the message behind it all. But I've been taking away so many things. It's like a maze, like a message inside a message inside a message inside a message. But the reality of the situation is that it happened, right?
mm,
So within that, we have to go over the moment that it did happen,
mm,
right? So I was leaving from a restaurant, me and some lady friends of mine, and as I was exiting, I one of the young ladies, like, she dropped something or whatever the case may be, and I looked back to see if she was going to pick it up or whatever the case may be, and she didn't or whatever the case may be. And by the time I turned around, I had a 40 Smith and Wesson in my face. Now, me being familiar with that piece because I had one like growing up, I was around that particular gun growing up. It was an automatic like this can't be real.
mm,
But
mm,
it was it don't get no more real than this. So you need to be here right now, like in the moment, right? Now, it was an area where I was familiar with. It was an area that I was familiar with. And it's like I love my people, like a lot of the things that I do is for my people, like behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like as we were going to this place, I was just having kind of a uh it kind of took me back because I hadn't been in this area in a while, right? But I'm 26, so it's been 10 plus years since I was in that area,
mm,
right?
mm,
So within that, it was like it was kind of like nostalgic to a certain extent. So I'm kind of usually I have a hyper awareness about myself, but I'm kind of like in a dreamy state because I'm remembering like where I came from, also where I've been privileged to be and the things I've been privileged to experience. And that was a hell of a state to be in, a state of gratitude. they say we should stay in a state of gratitude. So that's kind of where my mind was at. It was like, okay, like I'm experiencing food I haven't experienced in a while. But one thing that I didn't keep in mind is when I was in that place long ago, it was a certain kind of hunger.
Mm.
It was a certain kind of, there gotta be more out there for me kind of mentality like that I had, a hunger that I had, right? So within that, even though I'm removed from that environment now, I didn't keep in mind that it's a new generation
Mm-hmm.
in that environment that's experiencing the same hunger, if not equivalent or worse to the hunger that I once knew.
Mm, mm, mm.
So I take full accountability for the situation, although it was unfortunate.
So what when you said you turned, he got the in your face. What was your reaction then? What, did you just freeze or what happened?
Now I had no time to freeze. It was like either it was going to be a face shot or it was going to go somewhere else. So instantly, like I grab his hand and I like put it down.
Uh
I like put it down. So it 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 was so instantaneous that it's like the shot missed my face and the other shot hit me exactly where I was pointing to, which was my lower half.
mm.
And me and him, we're fighting over the gun, but he's not releasing. But everything is kind of like the Matrix. I'm like, but I'm keeping in mind, like this not just about me, right?
Mm.
Because as I see him in front of me, I also see a lady friend of mine behind him,
Mm.
right? So within that, it's like I'm shot. I said it. It was a PSA. I'm shot. He just shot me. But he just shot me again.
Mm.
So he wasn't he didn't know how to respond to, I just shot this man twice already and he's not backing down. He's not falling. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of went into a panic mode. And that's honestly what I believed like saved me. Because I feel like if I would have panicked, then either I would have hit the ground and he would have stood over me or just
Mm.
anything. But the fact that I was able to remain on my 2 feet and
Was it
encounter
your
the
adrenaline? Your adrenaline was like pumping, and you knew I whatever I got to do, I can't fall down.
absolutely, absolutely, because I'm like, it's not just me, right? And it's like I'm already hit at this point. I know I'm already hit at this point. So it's like I have to keep the attention on me because, not to sound unoptimistic, but it's no point in everybody dying here.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want him to go from me to the ladies and you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I made sure that attention, it was on me 100%. So I'm taking the shots and I'm taking the shots and I'm taking the shots, and he shot me probably like, it was probably about 6 shots that went off. I know for sure I felt 3 of them. I got shot 4 times, but it was some bullets like that ricocheted and everything like that. But four, I felt 3 for sure.
Mm.
And I seen 3 for sure. So within that, it was kind of like, damn. And he had the shiesty mask on and everything. And I was just thinking like, he wanted something from me that he probably honestly could have asked for.
Mm.
So it was like, it was a surreal moment because it was like, damn, like this is what you think of my life.
Mm.
And then this is what you think of your life, because you
Mm.
don't know how it's going to turn out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the young lady that I with, like she's usually, you know what I'm saying, like have, the protection, whatever the case may
Right.
be. So it's like it could have went either way.
Mm.
But it was a surreal moment for me. And within that, it was like stuff started falling out my pocket or whatever the case may be. And he left. He panicked because he didn't get what he came for, but he ended up hitting the corner again. And end up getting some of the things like that I dropped on the ground and whatnot. And he went back around the corner, hopped in the car, and sped off. So it was a 2-man job. So it was like, and remind you, I'm not dressed to the T. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have on jewels. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, damn, like this really what you think of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because even if it was about, let's say it was about money, regardless, whatever money I had, it would have to be split between two people because it was him and another person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I felt sorry, like for our youth, for real.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of the situation, I
Oh,
get
so
shot
before I go further, now today is August the 15th. When exactly did this happen?
on the 11th of last month.
The 11th of July. So it's been a month. You done got shot 4 times. You are here. You are walking. You are talking. You are telling us your story. And I am fucking blown away that you are here in this capacity like shit did never happen to you. God, man. And people say this shit like religiously, but you are the fucking example of God's hand being on somebody. And that's got to be for a purpose. That's got
Definitely.
to be for a purpose, man.
Definitely, definitely. And I had a knowingness of that the entire time. Like it was definitely, like I keep saying, like it happened to me, but it didn't happen for me. Right?
Mm,
So I was meant to be a testimony. I was meant to survive. I was meant to come out on the other side. I was meant to do the things that God set me out to do. And he known had I went away in that moment, it would have been too early because I still
mm,
have work to do. And I
mm.
had a knowingness of that. I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back,
Take
right?
us back. Take us back.
Because it's like, okay, I got shot 4 times, right? So within that, like I feel it. Like it wasn't like I feel it. I seen it happen, everything. But within that, I knew I still had someone to protect, right?
Mm,
Somebody outside of myself because God sent me here to cover people outside of me, bless people
mm.
outside of me, protect people outside of me, give testimony to people outside of me. So
Yeah.
in real time, I knew I had to get them young ladies out of the environment that they were in, right? So I'm shot 4 times. I jump a fence. And it's like I'm so in control of the situation. I feel myself getting weaker. I see me losing blood, but I know like we can't go out like this. So I had such a like a calmness about myself. I was gonna drive myself to the hospital.
Mm,
And I'm like, nah, that might just be ego. Maybe you need to take the back seat, right? So the lady friend of mine, she drives, and it was just all divine and it was God because there was an ambulance in passing. There was
wow.
an ambulance in passing, right? So, and remind you, we're in a place where I'm familiar with, but these friends of mine, they're not familiar with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's like they have to GPS a hospital. They
Wow.
have to. They're on their phone and they're trying not to panic and this, that, and the other, or whatever the case may be. They're trying to mimic. They're trying to replicate. They're trying to reflect my calmness in the situation, right? So the ambulance is passing. I said, just get in front of it. Like what? I'm like, just get in front of it. So cock the car, get in front of it, whatever the case may be. The ambulance is like, what are you doing? I roll the window down. He's like talking. He's not even letting me talk. So I get out the back seat of my vehicle on the driver's side, and I
Mm,
hop into the passenger vehicle of the ambulance.
mm,
Right? So he's like, no, what are you doing? You gotta call somebody. You can't do this. And wooty wooty woo. I'm like, listen, I'm shot. I'm losing blood. He like, I can't help you from the passenger seat. You gotta help somebody. I'm like, you're a driver. You're just an Uber at this point. I just need you to
wow.
get me to where you're going. Cause I know we going to the same place, right? So he like, please don't die in my passenger seat. And I'm like, you real optimistic for an ambulance driver, right? But it was a guy in the back. He was actually dealing with somebody. He's like, we don't have room back here. We have bodies back here. I'm like, I just need a ride. Just go, just go,
Mm,
just go. Right. And the whole time Like I have my phones with me because I know it's a mental state. You know what I'm saying? Like it's mind over matter. So I'm responding to text messages. I'm replying to Scrabble games because I know if I lose my mind, then I lose my body for sure.
That's
Right?
good. That's good. Powerful.
So within that, like I get to the hospital and everything, and it's like that's when it became real for me because it's like the movies where you see
It's going slow
20
motion.
doctors. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And 20 doctors above you. And it's like, fuck, it's gonna take 20 doctors. It's like that's when I kind of started losing confidence because I'm like, if it's gonna take 20 y'all to bring little old me back, you know what I'm saying? This might be real, but I'm like, nah, look. I just need to talk to one person who's gonna tell everybody else what to do. Right, so I got that one-on-one. They granted me that one-on-one. I said, "What's going to happen?" They're like, "Oh, we need to put you under anesthesia. You're going to have to go into surgery. You're losing a lot of blood." I said, "Okay, we can do whatever we need to do. Just don't take my mind over. I don't want to go under anesthesia." She's like, "You're going to feel the pain," and I'm like, "I already feel the pain." Right,
Mm.
so within
Wow,
that,
that's powerful.
the reason I updated all of my loved ones via social media, I didn't want to have like a mentally defeat about myself, but I know like I had control of the situation with God's help outside of drugs. I never been under anesthesia before, right? So I'm like, if I go to sleep, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up. So that's when you guys got the "I love you" messages. That's when you guys, you know what I'm saying? That's when I posted via social media. But I
Mm.
had faith in its entirety. But me and the doctors wasn't on one accord, and they
Mm.
didn't seem like they had the same faith that I had. They didn't seem like they served the same God that I serve. It seemed like I was just another case and not like I was a priority. Like I had to be here tomorrow. But in
Mm.
my mind, I had to be here tomorrow because I got shit to do.
That's
But you know, Jesus took the wheel. He took the wheel. They definitely put me under anesthesia. When I woke up, I was in so much pain, but I was just happy that I woke up.
mm.
I was happy that I woke up. And a couple of people like they were calling me and like they was making jokes about it and they like he's like he like called my phone or whatever case and I'm answering because I'm trying to keep my mind active and everything. He's like he's like, Juan, like I knew you was gonna be straight. I knew, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew this was just another story to tell. Like I knew you wasn't going nowhere. And I was like, well, I know what God told me, but like, why are you so confident? You know what I'm saying? He was like, because usually, like, anytime somebody get into a situation or something, either they woman or they female answer they woman or they mother answer their phone. And he was
Right.
like, you in the hospital talking to doctors, orchestrate, you answered your own jack. I knew you was gonna be all right. And I'm like, damn, I did answer my phone, huh? Like, so it
Yeah.
was like it was a lot of faiths like pulled together that
Mm.
allowed me to be here today for sure.
Man, I want to go over a few things that you said, man. That is so profound. It's you. It's already in you, but I just want to cover it for for the audience, man. Your mind was so strong. You knew situations like this. A lot of things are going on. One of the things is situations like this happen in our communities, right?
Right,
You knew consciously when it started happening, you had to react right then, right?
right,
And wherever the shot's going to take place, you were consciously doing this in split seconds, right? It ain't going to take place in my head, right?
right,
I'll deal with the rest, but it ain't going to take place in my head, right?
right,
That was one of them. Second one is all along while this is going on, right? You're thinking through every part of it. Most people, they lose everything and then they lose consciousness, right?
right,
But what you are teaching right now is how powerful the mind is, how powerful, you know, you should what do they call it when um what do they call it when you take ownership over a statement. What do they call it? You do something. Ah,
Override.
no, you guys know when you because I have knocking season and I own it because I
Mm.
what do you call
Patent.
it? Huh? Patent. Yeah,
Patent.
you need to patent what you just said and put some T-shirts on what you just said. I knew I was going to be here because I had things to do. That shit right there, that shit is so fucking powerful. I got things to do. What the hell happened here? Oh, okay, my thing just went off. I'm tripping. Yeah, I got things to do. That shit is so fucking powerful, man. Because what you done told your whole body, what you done told all life to line up to, you are already on the other side. You in it, but on the other side, because the other side is I got things to do. You
Mm-hmm.
projected I'm here tomorrow. I got things to do. That shit right there, that shit is powerful, man.
Mm.
The consciousness for
Appreciate that.
you to feel that way, no, it's just real because I mean it's so profound, man. God damn 100, that shit is so powerful. I
I
got things to
appreciate it.
do. Woo!
Tomorrow. Don't forget the tomorrow.
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 Emphasis on it. I got things to do tomorrow. Ooh. That shit need to
and
be penned.
and that was this was after the math. While I was laying in a hospital bed and everything, that was surreal to me. It was like God not playing about me.
Mm.
So within that, I can't play about me. I can't allow anyone else to play about me. So it's like, okay, I pulled you through. Now what you gonna do?
Mm.
Hopefully, like what you came to do. So it was that type of thinking that kind of pushed my.
You got stuck, Juan. Hold on, guys. Let me see why you got stuck over there. Hold on. Hold on. You froze.
I froze.
Yeah, your phone froze. Tap back in. Just tap the link back in. All right.
Let me see. Oh,
Hold on, you guys. You know he coming back on. Are you in the chat? Because I can send the link. Okay, you yeah. Go ahead.
hold on. I just
Go back in. Okay.
am I back?
Not yet.
Should I refresh the page?
Yeah, but the link should be good. Just you should get right back on the link. Here you go. I got you. For whatever reason, Juan, your connection over there or something. Hold on, guys. We got to get him. Whenever you start talking about some real shit.
Okay, I
Oh,
see
you
you.
good? You good? You good?
Look at that. Once again, back like I never left. God's
Oh
plan.
boy! But finish what you were saying.
I I just knew at that point like I had a responsibility and I couldn't play with, right? And I when I was able to get the dialogue like from the people around me who encountered me in the situation, and I'm like, why didn't you panic? Like why, like what were the thoughts going through your head? And it was like, well, you were so calm, we had to be. So it
Mm.
was like, imagine having so much faith.
But they don't want us. They don't want us to see this game for whatever reason. They don't want us to get this game, man. You know. Oh, you good? You good? You good?
right? So I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Let's
like,
go ahead. Damn, man. Is it the weather bad over there or something?
it does seem like it's probably going to be a storm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what somebody said. It must be storming over there.
So I'm like, imagine just having so much faith that your cup run up over and it's transferable. And it
Mm.
was like, and that was just the people that encountered that situation with me. So I'm like, I can't, I have to give this. I have to put this in other places. Like I have to implement this in other lives because it's so many people that's supposed to be here right now, but it's like they're not here because they lost too much blood because someone wasn't in a sense of calmness to apply pressure to the womb. Somebody
Mm.
wasn't in a sense of calmness to call the ambulance in a time. Somebody
Mm.
wasn't in a sense of consciousness and calmness to do what was necessary for them to get to the next level, to the other side, right? And not only did I take like 4 shots, it's like some people die from one shot,
Mm.
and it could be and it could not even hit anything spectacular. It could be from the bacteria of the bullet, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
so I knew it was something significant like in it all. So I didn't develop a why me mindset because I knew why.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it was I have to give this. I have to give this. I have to transfer this to someone outside of me. Like I use it, I apply it. Like we seen it's been productive for me. We seen it's been helpful for me. We seen like God has had me covered with having a knowingness of this type of faith.
Mm.
But I want to save some other lives.
You already doing it right here because you save lives through examples, right? People need to see the example because it's the example that clicks into people's mind. Now, if somebody gets into a situation, right, it's the seed that you plant. I got things to do tomorrow. See, the seeds that you plant, it'll resonate with people. And so that is the saving of lives. It's the example, giving the example. And you are giving the example from your own very life.
And I could stand up.
Look at there. Hey, man. Wow.
It was
Hey,
um it was uttered while I was in the room. Like if the bullet moved, then I probably like would lose like one of the like basically like one of my legs, or it would like ricochet elsewhere. So they had to get it out without touching anything that was vital.
man.
And they were telling me like, oh, you're gonna have to be reminding you this situation happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They're like, oh, you're gonna have to be here for 2 to 3 weeks. And it was like nah, I really do have shit to do tomorrow for real. So it's like, do what y'all came to do, and I trust y'all skills and y'all tactics and what y'all went to school for, but do just enough to get me home, and I'll take care of the rest for sure.
Mm,
Gotta
mm,
make sure I take care of the rest, right? Because I'm seeing like what they're doing. They're like, oh well, you'd have to get up and walk, but you can't do that right now. And it was like I was hearing these things, but I knew like, okay, like they never seen anything like this. And I know
oh
like
man.
this is God's plan, and I'm on God's time. Like I
Yes,
understand what you're
sir.
used to. I'm not discrediting your skill set or any of that, but I knew I was going home because I had shit to do tomorrow for sure.
Boy, boy, boy.
So I was fortunate enough to make it back home, and the people
Were
in my
they
life,
discouraging that though? Because they telling you got to be there for a couple of months.
yeah,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. I
and how did you
discharged.
deal with that mentally?
I mean, I have a, I have a, I have a trusting in a source that's outside of me. So, and I don't have a reference point for these people, but the
Mm,
reference that I do have is not always the greatest.
got you.
So even before I went into surgery, they didn't have enough faith in my situation that would even allow me to be around them for another month. I'm
Mm.
like, I'm glad y'all did what y'all did, but let God like take it from here, right? And if my mind is telling me I gotta go, then I should go,
Mm.
right? Because if I was gonna, I'm not gonna say if I was gonna die, but if that was God's plan for me, then we wouldn't have made it this far.
For sure. For sure.
So within knowing that, I came home, I got my bed rest, and I'm like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna do all of that. They before I left, they had a lady come in and do therapy. They like, well, you have to work with her for 2 weeks. And I'm like, I'm gonna show her something today that will make y'all a little bit more comfortable with me discharging myself because I'm leaving regardless. So the
Wow.
video that you guys see via social media, I was in a lot of pain, but I was walking before they thought it was possible,
Mm.
basically.
Wow.
So when people were commenting speedy recovery, that was a yeah, he heard that. He heard that for sure.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so now you get home now. What's the process from there? You done already overcame one of the Goliaths, right? A few Goliaths have been slayed by then. But now you're at home now.
Now it's time to reflect.
Mm.
Now it's time to dissect it all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And we know what's happening, but we need to like something that people say about me is I speak in parables. Like even in my music, like I speak in parables. Like I didn't even know what that meant like when they first said it. But regardless of the fact, I knew the situation wasn't straightforward. I knew it was some messages that I need to dissect. I knew it was an understanding, a deeper understanding that I needed to gather like for myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So within that, it's like we know it's nothing new under the sun. So it was like I need a Bible first thing. Like I don't know if I'm gonna read it all today, but
Right.
I gotta dissect what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, that's what it was like. And I'm gonna deviate for a second, right? And I'm gonna say the people around you are so significant. The people around you are so significant, and they should be significant if they're significant,
Mm.
right? And I'm saying like you can't just have anybody around you, right? Because I was when I got home, I was dealing with a certain amount of vulnerability,
Yes, indeed.
right? So so within that, it's like I don't you like people never seen me. They've seen me vulnerable, but no one would use a word to describe me as weak.
Yes.
And I felt like just being in so much pain, I was given weak. I felt like being in such a vulnerable state, not being able to do things by myself, it was it was given weak. But I
Mm.
knew it was actually strength that I was allowing people to see me in this state. I was allowing myself to be this vulnerable. So I found the strength in my weakest moments. And that
Mm.
was something that was revealed. That was something that was revealed to me for sure through just the messages like I had been dissecting and everything like that in my reads. So within that, I'm like, I had such a calmness about myself that you guys are seeing me a month later, but the people in my life, like they felt like I was back, 2 weeks ago because
Mm.
God, he really had his hands on my recovery process, like for sure. But within that, it was my physicality was not what I was worried about because when I got shot, it was a public announcement. You know what I'm saying? Like he just shot me. He just shot me again. So I knew I had to get my mind back to the state that it was meant to be.
How did you know that though? And why did you feel that way? Dealing with the people around you, why was that important for you to get where you felt you needed to be? Why and how?
Because I got to see a glimpse of people value system in the wrong places.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm like, yeah, we got shit to do tomorrow for sure. But health is my priority right now. Wellness is my priority right now. Mental stability is my priority right now. So me, I can see I was taking the situation head on. But it was certain individuals around me that were kind of trying to, and it was a traumatic experience, so I understand. But they were trying to act as if it didn't happen instead of facing that reality. So they were trying to get back to, I'm not going to say the meaningless things of life, but things that didn't matter as much as my life.
And if your life wasn't a priority, that's a problem.
Right. So it took for me to not only reiterate that, it took me to display that, and it took me being in the strongest mental state that I could possibly be in to do so, because I understood that I'm still a teacher. I still have to lead by example.
Say
I
that.
still have to, some individuals don't come from the places we come from.
Right,
Some people
right.
haven't experienced the things we experience. Some people haven't been through anything that they had to bounce back from outside of the pressure that I apply, right? So within that, they didn't understand the
And
significance.
Post Travel said he didn't get a chance to chop it up with you at Sinful Service, but he's glad that you're still here. Glory to this game.
I appreciate that, loved one. I appreciate that. It's good to be here. I'm loving it. I'm feeling back and I'm better. I'm feeling greater than ever before. I'm taking the initiative, even things that, was supposed to be already priority. I'm
Let
taking
me
it.
ask you the question. Let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question. See, I'm thinking about the mentality of you being in a situation that you've had to face, right?
Right.
But realizing at the same time that in this situation of adversity that you still a teacher. How did you reconcile that shit together? How did that shit reconcile? You facing recovery, but in your recovery, you're realizing the responsibility of you being a teacher while you're in your recovery, facing one of the hardest things you've had to face. How did you reconcile that?
I think it was just a matter of knowing, one, I already have an understanding that no one do anything great alone. Right? So within that, unity was already in the forefront of my mind. It's already embedded in me. Like, unity has always been significant to me. But what made it come to realization is when I seen the mindsets wasn't on one accord. And you're only as strong as your weakest link. So when I was able to identify a weakness or a lack of strength, because there wasn't weakness in totality.
Or a lack of understanding.
There we go. A lack of understanding, I knew that I still had a job to do.
Woo!
Teach.
Can I say it one time? That's pimping, man. Can I just say it one time, man? For the man.
Two times.
That's pimping, man. Ooh, did you guys hear what he said? Oh my God. Come on, man.
Nah,
you squares might not have got it, and we ain't gonna hold it against you, but my God.
So within that, either it was either dispose of your entire classroom or go back to the chalkboard.
Mm, mm, mm. Bird,
And you know,
go
forgive
back
them.
to the chalkboard with the evidence of the blood played on the chalkboard. Yeah,
No, for
yeah.
sure.
Can you buy this?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Have you ever known a nigga like that?
And I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing it, you know what I'm saying? And I have a appreciation of
Nah,
it.
Steven, I didn't say he was a pimp. I said what he said was pimpish, man.
Come on,
Stay
man.
focused.
Don't
Let's
miss
go.
it. Don't
Don't
miss
miss
it.
it, man.
You know? And look, one thing about it, if we talking about some pimping, no matter how much money hit that dresser, a dead man can't spend no money.
Mm, mm,
So within that, it's this life that we got to prioritize. It's our mind, our beings, our characteristics, the people around us like that we have to prioritize. That's what's significant, because that's what's going to put us in position to even experience money, experience life, change lives, do things outside of ourselves. It's the people around us right here, right now.
mm. I hope y'all getting this, man. You ain't missing it because these are fundamentals that you can apply to everything in life. Fortune 500 executives understand this all over the country, all over the world. These are fundamentals that are applicable in every area of life, and that's why it's so goddamn powerful. Keep releasing your measure, man. Let's go.
And it was many messages I was able to dissect. One of them was it was time to reflect, right? If you guys know anything about chess, it's protect the king at all times, right?
Mm,
And that's not just that don't just have to be understood in a man and woman kind of relationship.
mm-hmm.
It is no big eyes and little U's, right? But who's ever significance, who's ever taken the steps to improve everybody's lives, we need to prioritize that person, right? So if we take it back to the chess, queens protect the king. How you gonna watch my back in front of me,
Mm.
right?
Say that again. Say
So
that again for the people in the back. One more game for that one.
how are you going to watch my back standing in front of me?
Mm.
So within that, it was time for formation,
Mm.
because it's not that it happened, it was that I allowed it to happen, right?
Mm.
So within that, we have to go back to the drawing board in every aspect. We're not going to play the blame game. We're not going to lack accountability. It happened. That means we know it can happen outside of already knowing that it could happen. It did happen. So what can we do to protect the king in these type of situations all the way around the board, everywhere we go? Because I have a right, because it's funny, because I was talking to one of my partners, right? And this was another thing that made me laugh. They was like, laughter is good for healing process as well, because
Mm.
it's also mental and it releases the dopamine. But he was like, damn, it's like, you had on all that jewelry, didn't you? And I'm like, nope. He was like, you was just suited and booted, sharp toes, I'm like, not even. He like, damn, so you ain't have no jewels on, you ain't had it, you ain't had it. And I'm like, nah, I was actually kind of maneuvering in my pajamas, just grabbing something to eat. He was
Wow.
like, you were fucking smiling, wasn't you? so, so I'm like, damn, like, nigga can't smile around here. You know what I'm saying? So it was a joke, but it was a realization. And I'm saying that to say, man, in order to change your situation in any aspect, whether this a group of guys, a group of females, family members, or whatever the case may be, you got to protect the person with that smile. You got to protect the person with that smile, because if they go, it's not going to be too many smiles after that, right? So if someone is here and they prioritizing not only your life but their life and generations to come life, you got to protect that. By all means, you have to protect that.
Yes.
And it's not, it can't be took lightly. It can't be, that has to be priority. That has to be, because that's the only, like, people say, oh, we want to build, and we want to build. And it was like, if I shine, you shine, because I have enough light for the both of us. I have enough faith for the both of us. Everything that I have, it's not for me. Everything I have, I know is transferable because it was a gift given to me. So I know you just being part of what I'm doing, you standing next to me, you being a part of the things that God want me to experience and you to experience, you got to protect the person with that smile. And sometimes those dynamics could be different. Those situations could be different. It could be, we prioritizing you right now. Next month, we prioritizing you, because the ultimate goal is to get everybody to reflect that light. Right? So it's not just a put me over you. It was an understand, by protecting me, you're protecting you. Because I got us covered. And if you around people that's self-centered, they don't care about anybody but themselves, them not the type of people that you need to be around. If you're around people that don't understand the significance of your life, them not the type of people that you need to be around.
Or also, if you are around people who think that way because of what they were taught growing up, right? And they don't know no better, and you bring them information, right? And they don't see the information, right? It's like three kind of people: person who, when good coming into the world, who when good is coming to them, they don't see the good, right? Second person, when good is coming to them, they see the good, right? They use the good and it advances them, right? The first person didn't even see it. The second person sees it, takes advantage of it. The third person is the worst person. Is a person when good is coming, they see the good and they let it go by. That's the worst person in the world. And if good is coming, if you are given the good, and a person sees and realizes the good and still lets it go by, that's an individual that you have been freed to release yourself from for the rest of your life. Because that's a fool. Worse than a fool.
Facts. And if you don't know no better, it can't go no better. But once you do know better, you got to hold yourself accountable to that information.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot of things go sideways and people want to throw their hands up as if they didn't know, but you knew. You knew.
See, that's why I say I said in my daily fires that when I get a woman 6 months to a year, I know I'm gonna be the most abused man in the world, because I'm gonna have to die every day to give her life. I'm giving life to this female. I'm giving her life. I gotta die to give her life. The reason why I gotta die, because I'm accepting her from her point of reference since dealing with individuals that are nothing like me, right? Because I understand that, right? So when she comes, I know she got no point of reference to identify with the kind of person that I am, which is a man, right? Because her point of references of man, right, is like all them dudes that she's been dealing with. And I know, right, that it's going to take at least 6 months to a year. And one day it's going to snap into her mind. Bam! Like, God damn, this motherfucker's a man, right? But I'm understanding it's going to take time. I was talking to my little son the other day, and he said something, man, I don't want how he said it? I don't want any projects. I said, what you mean? He says, man, the last relationship, she was kind of a project, man. I don't want any more projects. I said, you got to be careful. I said, this one thing that I teach in my class is that words are worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Words are worlds. And I said, let me explain that to you. Words are worlds. That's a term I came up with, right? So I said, let me explain it to you. I said, you just said you don't want any projects, right?
Right.
That you just looking for, quote unquote, what you might consider a dime. This is what he's
Mm-hmm.
saying, right? I said, but what you did not recognize was the world behind the word that you used.
Mm-hmm.
What's really said is that you're a simple person. No, I didn't say that. I said I don't want no projects. I said, okay, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. Any bitch I know it's a project.
Mm-hmm.
Any bitch that ever come into my vicinity is a fucking project because I know how fucking high powered I am. Can't no
Mm-hmm.
bitch come and think she got me figured out in 2 days, 2 weeks, right? The broad come to you, you done already made the broad perfect, right? The broad come, you simple. She got you figured out. She ain't got no work to
Mm-hmm.
do. Any bitch that come to me understands she got work to do. I don't care how pretty you are, what your body looks like. That shit means nothing to me. I done had that all my life. You got
Mm-hmm.
work to do to figure out how to adapt yourself to the fucking man that I am.
Mm.
So any broad that comes to me, I already know is a fucking project.
Now
I
that's
said, now
pimping.
you,
Now that's pimping. No, facts.
you feel
Facts.
me? I
Absolutely
said,
right.
now you see what you said? You said I don't want no projects. You see what I
Mm-hmm.
said? You see how far you are from what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you don't even understand the world behind what you said. You just said you was a simple-minded motherfucker.
No, for
That's
sure.
what you said to yourself.
For
Yeah, you
sure.
didn't realize it.
And it was like, yeah, you might know something, but you don't know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be a project regardless, right? And
Yeah,
then on the flip side of that coin, like you saying like you don't want a project, that means as a teacher, you don't want any students.
exactly.
If you have someone come into your life that think or feel like they know it all, then what can you teach them from that point?
Mm-hmm.
And if she already know everything, then what's your use? What's your purpose?
Yeah, but if you believe the bitch know it all, is your problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even fucking know it all, and I know a lot, right?
Yeah.
If you fix your mind to believe that you think that a bitch know it all, what's that saying about your simple ass, right? Yeah,
That
man, I already know. What you mean I don't want a project? Every time I get up, every time I go out into the world when I was in the game, I'm looking for a fucking project. Nigga, what you talking about?
say say yeah. I know you did this and that, and you did good today, but we got shit to do tomorrow.
We got shit to do tomorrow, man. You feel me? Yeah, you always gotta have an individual feeling that they got work to do fucking with you.
Facts.
Always. That's how you know from the beginning you got shit fucked up. But the problem is that you are out there, these cats are out there, right? Worshiping the broad because she's a dime of what you consider a dime, right? Because I said you got to be careful about the worlds behind the words that you're using, man,
Mm-hmm.
right? You just said that you are satisfied, right? Your idea of quote unquote the perfect woman is a broad that's beautiful and has a nice body. I said, nigga, that's it?
What about the brains?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make people understand that words are worlds, and
I'm
that's
not.
how I look at everything.
I'm not gonna lie. I had and I'll keep this one brief. I had a
You ain't
situation
got to keep it
where,
brief. We on here.
yeah, but I got shit to do tomorrow. No, I had a young lady. I had a young lady, and she was beautiful. She had a nice physique. She had a pretty face, everything, and her numbers, they were spectacular. You know what I'm saying? But the issue that I was having was she wasn't applying my game. She wasn't applying my information. She was moving strictly off pretty privilege. And
Mm,
although it was, I'm not going to say it was working for her, but she acquired finances from pretty privilege. I knew where you could be applying my game,
mm-hmm.
right? So within that, it's like a pretty face is not enough. A pretty
Mm-hmm.
face has never been enough. Not over here.
Right, 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 right.
So it's like within that, like we always have some work to do. Now, looking back in hindsight, she was leaning on her own understanding, and it was my job to reiterate, reconstruct, because I done had some students after her who couldn't really maneuver off pretty privilege. And I'm like, I will take her back right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a little more patience in that
Right.
situation, but just going back to the significance of the mind, though,
Mm-hmm.
it's like no matter how pretty you are, no matter about your physical appearance, it takes a mind that's a reflection of mine that will be beneficial in situations like the one I just encountered.
Mm,
Her, although her money was good, she would have never survived that encounter.
mm, mm.
Never. So it's like I did a good thing removing her from me, but I also had some work to do in that situation that I disregarded because I did have shit to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. But you had shit to do that day too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. You had shit to do that day too.
Yeah, help her pack her bags was one of them.
Yeah. So look, the whole thing is this, man. Listen, it's wonderful. I've had beautiful women all my life, no problem, right? Um, so pretty privilege is something that exists in the world. There are several things that exist in the world that should give you advancement, right? It's um, money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty, right? And knowledge, being smart,
Mm-hmm.
right? Those things are tools that are used in this world, mhm, to advance you, right? They give you advantages. You could utilize any one of those. You got money, right? You got beauty, and you're smart. You're intelligent, right? They are supposed to give you advantages in the world, right? You see a lot of Hollywood people and pretty people, and they become famous and everything, and so there's advantages. People that are brilliant, they have Steve Jobs and the like, you see. So they have given people advantage. People who are born with wealth, they've been able to be advantaged. But something that the Most High left us, which is the game, and all game is knowledge, right? But it's not their knowledge; it's ours, right? So the game, I have realized, defeats, masters, penetrates, and subjects all those other three put together. That's how powerful the game is,
Mm-hmm.
right? In my own life, I have showcased what the game has allowed me to do in every area, right? And it was the information the Most High gave me to submit all those three that this world operates in, that advantages people in this world. But this game is far above that. The beauty about the game is that now, when I say the game, somebody out there is just thinking about pimping. That's not what I'm talking about. I've said a long time ago that pimping is just a small part of the game, small part, right? When I'm talking about the game, I'm talking about this divine information. The scripture said there's a knowledge that I've hid, that I've kept from the people of this world, and I've given it into my own people. I'm talking about that information, right?
Mm-hmm.
That information has a requirement to it, right? That's how valuable it is. It has a requirement to it, right? See, you just can't operate in it because it's going to require something from you in order for it to work for you. This is why I
Mm-hmm.
love it so much, right? This is why anybody that has it There's an automatic trust and reliance within that person, man or woman, that has the game, that operates in the knowledge. There's an automatic, because I know in order for them to have it and possess it, there's certain characteristic that is embedded in them. I
Facts.
know it because you can't have it unless it's embedded in you. There's a lot of people that be outside of it that operate in deceit and trickery and lies and all those things, and that is not the game. That's trickery, deceit, and lies.
Right.
Right? Because that's beneath the game. It's nothing that I'll ever have named. My reputation in the streets for 30 years, no one can say that I was deceitful, that I was operating with trickery, that I've lied to them, man or woman, right? That is the evidence. But people that are surrounding, they do many things to come up, right? But the game requires you to be a man and a woman, and what that means within the game is different than what it means outside of the game,
Facts.
right? So this is why I love the game. This is why I love it. And this is why I know only a few of us have it. Only a few. Even though I teach in the hopes that people can get it and advance themselves, it has a requirement on it. You could listen all day long. It's not your listening, it's how you apply, right?
Mm.
You have to apply this in order for it to work for you. That's the beauty of it.
Can I,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
within that, that was also one of like my realizations as well, because even though the situation at hand was a robbery gone bad, it was a I laughed because I'm like it was a realization that like nobody can take what God gave to you.
Mm,
So it's like you can strip me naked. You can have everything I possess materialism wise, but you can't take what God gave to me.
mm-hmm,
So it was like that was kind of like a surreal moment like in itself. And I'm like, even like some of the material things, it's like people like put them on a pedestal versus their character.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
When
mm-hmm.
you don't realize like if you work on your character, these things are just accessible to you as they are to me.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some process. It's gonna take some process. It don't happen overnight. But just like you said, it doesn't come without a showingness that you're ready for it.
Mm, mm.
And a lot of people don't want to do the work to reap the benefits of what they claim they actually desire in life.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, hold on. Dang, I ain't want y'all to see my visions.
Yeah, I ain't seen that.
We yeah, we got the vision board in the
I
back.
didn't see nothing.
Just, you know.
So, Juan, I'm gonna let a couple people come on, man, and see if they want to, talk to the God today. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Give a couple of you guys an opportunity to come on and kick it with me and nephew, or nephew and I, for the white people out there. Uh, that's the link. You guys want to come on?
Okay, this is a commercial break. I'm gonna share something that I
Go ahead.
wrote. I said, and it's poetic.
Go ahead.
I said, I know shit can get deep, but this extra Pisces. Four hot ones to the body. This shit extra spicy. I know I'm one of God's favorite. Just can't help but feel like you tried to sacrifice me. You know I'm with you for sure. Just don't expedite me. Guess he know nobody built for the pressure like me. I just thank him that I'm still here. Thankful that I'm still here. How could I see your work so close and still fear? Nah, it's my faith got me walking again. Trying to be humble. You know niggas get uncomfortable when I get to talking again. I ain't bragging. Took the bite. Now I'm barking again. try to dim my light, but I'm sparkling again. Just pray they don't get to sparking again. I can't afford to park it again. You wanted me to live, so I'ma play it smart. He must not be one of yours, cause you know my heart. I know shit can get deep with this extra Pisces. Bro, how was body?
Hey,
This shit extra Pisces.
hey, man. Hold on. We got Marcel. Marcel, what's up with him, loved one?
What's going
What's
Marcel,
on?
going
what's
on,
up?
man? Long time no see, man.
Man,
Hey,
still
man, to 100, what's going on? Man, look, man, I done been in the situation that you been. I ain't get shot though. I done been in the same situation you been in 3 times, my brother.
mm,
3 times. You feel me? So like everything you talking about, I know what you talking about. Like I already know where you coming from and all that. Like how stuff just happens like that, and how you ain't
mm,
panic because when you in the situation, there's no need to panic because whatever gonna happen is gonna happen. You
facts.
feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, just last month, dude tried to rob me. I had a gun to my head and everything, man. But I did the same thing you did. I grabbed the pistol. But like I said, in the comments, God works. God is in control of everything, all the way down to the T. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
when we was fighting for the
Hold on,
gun,
Johnny.
you know what I'm saying? The like clip came out of the gun. You feel me? It was two of
Mm,
them. So when the clip came out of the gun, the dude gave the gun to the other dude because I'm on the dude with the gun. The other dude trying to take my eye out. You feel me?
mm,
But when like we fighting for the gun, the clip ended up coming out of the gun. So we in my car. So the dude get out the car and the car was on child lock. So the dude in the front seat had to get out of the car, go to the back seat and open up the door for the other dude to get out of the car. You
mm,
feel me? And I dislocated my shoulder in the process fighting for on the gun. So what happened was he handed off the gun to the other dude. The other dude running around the car and go to the other side and he up it on me. You feel me? So when he up, I rolled down the window because the child lock is on me. I'm in the back seat now, and he just
damn.
standing there with like the gun like this. You
Hmm.
feel me? I don't know if he pulled the trigger or not, but he couldn't do nothing because the clip was out of the gun. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about? Like I
Hmm.
said, man, God working. God
No,
is
for
in
sure.
control of every little thing down to the T.
For
I
sure.
ain't gonna lie though, I got my lick back. Yeah, they got hit up though. They got hit up, but
You good? We got it.
you know how, yeah.
No, for sure. And you definitely blessed to be in that situation and overcome that situation. And accountability is a real factor. You know what I'm saying? Like to prevent these type of situations, we gotta know how to move different. We gotta know what we can do, you know what I'm saying, to protect ourselves from these encounters, even though anything can happen to anybody at anywhere at any point in given time. Shit, even the president that got hit up before. But
Yes, indeed.
Facts.
at the
Facts.
same time,
Facts.
taking the necessary precautions is also a factor that we got to keep into consideration.
Thank you, Marcel, loved one, for that testimony, man. I'm glad you're here, fam.
Man, for shit,
Love.
For
One.
sure.
for shit show. What's
Johnny,
going
you
on,
up?
my partner Johnny?
You on, Johnny?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we can hear you great.
Man, gotta pay homage to you, Gorgeous Dre, man.
That's what's up.
I've been in the remnant for a minute. I don't know if you remember, I actually was inboxing you and I was taking care of my pops in the hospital. And
Wow.
uh he had brain damage and he lost his whole memory. But you remind me a lot of him and how you pay homage to your father. And
Bless
I don't see many men celebrate their father. You get what I'm saying? So
you. Mhm.
that was one of the things that I love and got to pay homage to you for. And
Bless you,
and
man.
Wanhunnit, that brother's my family.
Hey,
This show,
hey,
this show,
hey.
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
But
It's
side
it's
note,
most definitely
side note, real quick.
okay.
50 grand got a beautiful sea moss drink. That's a must try.
Uh-huh.
It's a must cop. Not gonna lie to you. Got me feeling groovy on the day.
You know?
Outside of what God did, you know.
Straight
Yeah.
up, straight
That's
like
what's
that.
up.
Right, appreciate that. Yeah, but uh on the side of Juan's testimony, man, I met bro. What it been about a year? I think about a year,
Man,
man, and we got real close, man, out here in Kansas City. And when I got light of his situation, I was actually calling him to play. I shoot movies, and I was calling him to play the Mac. And
Mm.
we did a Kansas City
I see
version of
it.
How
I
to Be
see
a
it.
Player. And I actually got the idea from you, Dre, when you was talking about everything boils down to value.
Yes, sir.
And I took the entertainment company and turned it to a valuetainment company.
Wow. Yeah.
And I actually showed Juan when he pulled up on me today because I got shot yesterday on my wife's birthday.
Mm.
And I
Mm.
didn't really want too many people, knowing that situation. But when he called, and he checked up on me, it was the same thing when he posted his situation on Facebook. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hold on, we got a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't go, man. So and every time I get a chance to talk to him, I always reference, man, I got this from Dre. And uh we done chopped it up so much about the information you give is life changing, man.
Listen.
I'm talking about life changing because
Facts.
rest in peace, Simple the P. I was supposed to tap in with him before he died because I wanted him in the movie as well because I did a lot of studying and watching, and I had, like he said, I had a lot of F's on my report card. I I lived that, like, you know what
Don't
I'm
go nowhere,
saying?
Wayne.
Yeah, I lived that, and I just, like I said, I want to pay homage, and it's a blessing to be a part of the things that you brothers is doing. And like I said, the situation that happened to me when I got shot, um it's due to a lot of brothers don't have no point of reference and think the
Right.
dollar I gotta get gotta come from you. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? And not understanding that a simple amount of information will give you that. I teach credit. You know what I'm saying? And I could have easily pulled that brother to the side and
Mm.
what's your situation. And that's one of the biggest reason why I tapped in with Juan, because I thought Juan was older than me. I'm 36, and
Mm.
his brother's in
I'm a
his
hundred.
20s, and I no, I'm saying not I'm talking about wisdom wise.
Right.
Wisdom wise, like, bro, you demonstrated, and you can tell that you've been around a lot of good tutelage, bro. And I always pay homage to you, and that's why every time I'm doing something big, let me call Juan. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to spread the love and be a part of the mission as far as changing the narrative of the mindsets and giving these brothers a point of reference.
That's
For
beautiful,
sure.
Johnny, man. Thank you for that testimony, man. I love you, man.
And
Keep
it
Love
on
you
takes
too, man.
greatness
I
to know
appreciate
greatness.
y'all for having me.
all love. One.
It
All right,
takes
one.
greatness to know greatness.
Yeah. You up, baby?
Yes, sir. What's happening, man? You feel me?
What's
What's
going on,
that?
bro? Man?
What's happening with y'all, man? Much respect to Andre Taylor, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Everybody, I be trying to mentor a lot of young brothers as I come across them because I drive trucks, man. I'm not no pimp. If I was, man, I'd try to be the biggest pimp out there, man. You feel me?
I
We
drive
from the,
trucks too, man.
you
yeah.
feel me? Yeah, we from the Bay Area,
And
so
I
this
ain't
shit
no
is kind of in
pimp
my
either,
blood. You feel me? Yeah. Hey, much respect to you, young brother. You know me, 100, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Appreciate
like
it.
what you're saying, brother. You know, I ain't
Appreciate it.
never been shot before, but I did let a nigga play me on my position, though, driving these trucks, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Mhm.
brother playing games, you know what I'm saying, with my kids, with my kids' mama and weird shit, bro. But
Mhm.
niggas talking about that gunplay. And then, I was moving emotional and got caught up with the thing. So thank God we beat the gun charge, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it just takes a little bit in a split second. Like, bro, now I look at it, man, I was supposed to be taking my kids to the Giants versus Dodgers game. You understand me? And then
Facts.
I let that emotional because my son's like, man, when he see you, he said he gonna blame you. And this
Mm.
is coming from my son. So I'm like, wait, man, we
Right.
what? Come on, bro. Come
Right.
on,
For
boy.
sure.
You feel me?
And it,
But
and
I should have just stood on manhood. Like, bro, he ain't gonna do nothing, boy. We finna go to this A's game, this Giants game, bro. We finna go shopping, boy. That's what we finna do.
no,
But
for sure.
I should have stood on manhood. So it's easy for us black brothers to, you know what I'm saying, pull out them things though. You know what I'm saying, me? But we gotta learn how to think though. You feel me?
mm,
Because
So
not Not like first of all, I appreciate you sharing that. And it's like they don't understand sometimes that the mind is really our most powerful weapon.
Right.
Honestly, because some of the toughest guys that we know, some of the realest guys that we know, some of the, you know what I'm saying, like some of the most
Yeah.
street guys that we know done died by a simple bullet.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. So within that, it's the ones with the strong minds
That's right.
that's here to give the message and to survive. You feel me? And that goes back to what I was saying about the value system. You gotta value, whether he value your life or not, you gotta value your life enough to not even be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, take your kids to the game. You know what
Right.
I'm
We could
saying?
have. We
Small
could have
things
just.
to
Right. We could
you
have
hear
just
me?
spanked Cuz on the freeway, though. You feel me? On the hood.
Man.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But
No.
but much respect to y'all, man. I ain't want to hold
Love.
y'all too long, man. I just got
Yeah.
much love and respect for y'all brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting this knowledge, brother Andre Taylor, man. We need this, brother. A
Nah,
lot of
I
young.
appreciate I
Uh huh.
appreciate you for tapping in as well. And
Yeah.
my
Love you,
Instagram is
man.
100.
Love you.
The trucking, you feel me? Like that's not to go unnoticed as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we could definitely put something together. I heard y'all, you know what I'm saying, really
Yes,
wrapping
sir.
it up with that trucking thing. You know
Oh
what I'm
man,
saying?
I've
So,
been driving
you
for
know,
14 years, man. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I'm
okay,
just trying to get
okay.
into the gasoline industry, bro, because they not letting niggas in like that. So once a nigga get his own trailer, I'm trying to come kicking in the door in the
Who
Bay Area,
who
man.
who is they? Because
Uh,
we right
uh,
here.
when I say that, I mean the people. The American system.
Let,
The
let,
people, same people in Alabama. That
yeah,
need to
we,
get hit with a phone and share. You feel me?
Love you, boy. Holla back.
I love y'all, man. For
Fun.
sure, for sure.
Love, man. Be cool.
Sincerely, what's up with you, loved one?
What's that? What's that? How y'all doing? How y'all
All
doing,
good.
man?
All
Blessings to the
great.
game, man. Blessings to the game for sure,
Blessings.
for sure. I really came on here to speak to Wine, man. For
Mm-hmm.
sure. I'm glad to hear that you good or you great. You great for sure. And it's so crazy. I mentioned that because I was just like, I'm inspired by Sin and Freeze and Dre, and that trickled down to you. And I was just watching a few of your videos, just trying to peep game, just trying to learn as I go with myself. And I'm like, damn, man, once I get the chance to talk to him, man, I'm gonna make sure I ask him what I need to ask him.
Mm.
Because we're around the same age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you older than me, of course, but you a Pisces too. And I don't even talk like that, like talking about. But then again, the energies, they still by spirit, they see each other,
Right,
like we
right,
can
right.
feel each other type shit. So my question pretty much was, at 20, like what's your advice for a young 20-year-old just coming up? Like I'm a keep, send words to what he told me to myself and things like that. That's between me and the game. But I did take heed to it, and I spoke to Freeze too. And I spoke to Dre too, and I'm gonna continue to keep getting information out of them. But I just wanted to see your perspective on it, and just how you feel about everything through your experience, through your lifestyle, and just as you grow, and even through the experience that just recently happened.
Okay. Well, I will say, like Sensei, and it's a quote, the real can be delayed, but it cannot be denied, right? So within that, it's not a matter of acceptance, it's a matter of you being with you on your journey, because it's so many guys that go outside of their journey to seek approval from other individuals who may not even have their own journey figured out, right? So it takes a certain amount of solitude, and whatever's supposed to come after that will come after that, right? But it takes a certain amount of solitude of understanding you and identifying your greatness and making it personal between you and God. You know what I'm saying? And go back to the quote, like, if it's 9 people, then you're gonna be the 10th, right? And if you look around and you don't have no beings like in your circle, it's a whole bunch of books out there. It's a whole bunch of authors right there. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Goddamn, Bob Proctor, that's my guy, and he don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So it's training yourself and training your mind and training your abilities and understanding who you are and taking your talents and putting them on the forefront, taking what's significant about you and amplifying it, not for nobody else, but for you. So as long as you in your own race at your own pace and you don't get lost in the sauce, then you great already.
Right.
Beautiful.
Right. That's enough to be said for real. I wish I could ask some more and chop it with you for real. But you know that take time, you know. And
Well,
I
he
want
got his page.
everybody.
You know how to get him. He's on Instagram. Go
Yeah,
holler.
I
yeah.
got shit to do tomorrow, so no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm already knowing.
All
It's cool.
love,
It's cool.
boy.
If I really want to speak to you, I know how to really get with you.
No.
You know,
For
Ain't
sure,
no
for sure.
question.
And
But,
I'm
definitely.
welcome to it. I'm open to it, man. I remember being 20. I remember the sense of rejection, if we talking about this game, that I had to experience. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. It has to be something outside of ego. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about that, it has to be something outside of ego, right? You feel me? Like even from like my early stages, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember like waking up to 3-4 women, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was after that ego experience, it was a quality over quantity type of experience that I had to have. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't so much of like how many, but how much quality like do I have around me? You know what I'm saying? And when you look in the mirror, how much quality do you see? So you just focus on being quality, and everything else is gonna work itself out.
For
That's
sure,
beautiful.
man. For sure.
But you got my Instagram. You got my
I got
Instagram.
you, man. I got you, man. For sure. I'm gonna make sure I
I
tap in
appreciate
with
you
you. I'm gonna
coming
let
up.
this other gentleman get through here, man. Much love to both of y'all. And Dre, I'm gonna be in class tomorrow for sure. I got
That's
you.
what's up. That's what's up, love one.
Yeah, nah. Much love to y'all, man.
Love you.
Y'all.
You love one.
One. Guess who?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm kind of nervous. You know, I'm just so excited to be on the panel with such great people such as the great Andre Taylor, Gorgeous Dre,
Blessings.
Andre Taylor. And
Blessings.
I love, rest in peace to my brother. I love Send for the P, Philip Brandon Gilmore, and Freeze. That's how I found out about 100. You know what I'm saying? Through listening to Freeze and seeing him speak about him, and then on Soft White Underbelly. So I'm just so grateful to be on the platform with you guys. And I just overheard a
Being
conversation.
here with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've been at the Andre Taylor's table. Dominion is one of my favorite videos of all time, man. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Because I come from a background of just being overcoming a lot of fear of rejection, and trying to place value within myself. And I've learned about guard the man and valuing yourself from Andre Taylor, and how they can, and what manhood looks like, because I didn't have a father in my life, you know what I'm saying? And just to seek value within myself was like a quest, like almost felt like I had to go dig hard and hard and hard for it. And I just heard about your situation. I think I came on the tail end one, is where you are robbery attempt, and the mind state that you had to go through that. Like it's just remarkable. I really wish I had that. I don't know what books you read and how much confidence you have in the Most High pertaining to that, but yeah, I just admire it. And one last thing is, I want to say that personally, I was just having a little battle with a relationship I'm dealing with, that I heard you guys just mention about when Andre Taylor says, when Dre said, you where his son said he didn't want any projects, you know what I'm saying? And that really hit me, because it feel like I feel the same. Like I've been feeling like uncomfortable, thinking I need to break away from the person. I'm feeling like, but because it's a project, but I'm conflicted. In myself, like, if it's a project, is it too big for me to handle? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm seeking advice for that. You know what I mean? How
Go
to
ahead,
proceed
Juan. What you gonna give him?
with something like that. Yes. Yeah, I like to hear from, because I see you got the vision board in the back, man. I
Don't be
love,
trying to steal my dreams, man. You know what I'm saying? first of all, I want to say like I appreciate you coming up. You feel me? I appreciate you tuning in for sure. It's a pleasure
Yeah,
to be here
for sure.
myself. And one thing that I want from you, I require from you, you feel me? If my opinion means anything to you, is I want you to stop saying what you don't have, because what you don't have, you won't have.
Okay.
So everything that you want, everything that you desire, everything that you strive to be, you already are. You just have progress to make within it.
Mm,
So within that, if you're not valuing you, she's not going to value you.
yeah,
You gotta,
absolutely.
and it's some, it could be faith, it could be ego, but regardless, they're both necessary,
Yeah.
right? So you have to have a sense of belief in yourself
Hold
in
on,
order for
Sepulveda.
anybody else to,
Yeah.
right?
Let's go.
And if you have the patience to go forward with the situation, I kind of like, well, I got misdemeanors, then I got felonies. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to come back from a felony, but misdemeanors, like we could work through it. You know what I'm saying? So within that, if she haven't done anything that's, felony worthy or whatever the case may be, then it's like, just, stretch you by putting your best foot forward and seeing it to the other side. Whether y'all end up together or not, you got to know there's no problem that's bigger than me if I'm giving it my undivided attention. And like
Yeah.
that's how I am. Like with all things, like I don't care if it's something so simple as like it's something stuck in here and I got long nails, and you know what I'm saying? Like my girls give me little tasks all the time, and it's like I'm not giving up until I do it. Like I don't care, you know what I'm saying?
That's how I
Because
am. Yeah.
they say how you do one thing is how you do all things, right? So if you want to be great, then you have to be great in all areas. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up great. You got to wake up with a knowingness that you're great. And when y'all get on the phone, she gonna be like, damn, this nigga think he great today. And she don't have no choice but to respond to that.
Wow.
Let me
That's
say,
from.
guess who? Let me piggyback on nephew.
Right.
I think one of the major problems is the shifting of value, right?
Hmm.
Because as a rule, women are to be desired, right? And I
Yes.
teach this in class. I teach that there are three different kind of love. There's a love called agape, and there's a love called phileo, and there's a love called eros, right? And when the
Hmm.
scriptures talk about that a man is to love the woman and the woman is to love the man, there in the original text there are two different loves that he's talking about, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because phileo love is brotherly love. How I love Juan, how we love one another, right?
Yeah.
Brotherly, right?
Hmm.
Eros love is a sexual love, kind of. It interprets to chasing after, right? Chasing after, love, and sexual, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Agape is a godly love. It's an unconditional love, right? So when
Mm.
scriptures is saying that the man is to love the woman, he is really saying that the man is to agape the woman, because there's a certain thing that women require from
Yeah.
a man, right? And it says the woman is to eros the man, because there's a certain thing that the man needs from the woman. So the
Mm.
man needs to chasing after love. The woman needs the agape love, right? So
Hmm.
what's happened in society is that those things have been mixed up. So now the
Yeah.
man eros in the woman,
Mm.
right? So
Hmm.
so so he's not supposed to be doing that, because that's not what satisfies her, right?
Yeah.
See, it's the
Hmm.
agape that satisfies her, because the agape has stability connected to it, right? It has
Mm.
unchanging connected to it.
Mm.
So this is what she requires inside of her. Her makeup from a man requires this type of love, not eros. But the
Yeah.
majority of men are chasing after eros and woman, and that's why there's no satisfaction, no completion, right?
Yeah.
Now, the woman is not giving the man what he requires.
Mm.
So the
Mm.
man is unsatisfied. So now all the relationships, no one is satisfied because the
Mm.
loves are all mixed up.
Mm.
You understand? So
Yes.
now your positioning should be agape, not chasing. You should always know when you are look.
You said
right,
name the three one more time.
I've listened to this about 30 times. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's
Agape,
Yep.
eros.
eros, phileo,
Phileo.
and agape.
All right, carry on. Carry on.
Eros and agape, right?
it's really
So,
core.
so now, see, no one can out trick, think God about what each other needs. And
Yeah.
because I've known that for so long, I've never got the two mixed up. And it's kept me very powerful. It's
Yeah.
kept me powerful because I never arrowed her. That wasn't the first thing because I already knew that God knew something I did not know about the woman. And I wanted to tap into what he knows since he created everything.
Absolutely.
So no matter what she did, no matter how fine she was, no matter none of that stuff, I knew that the worst thing this broad needed was for me to arrows her. That's why I was successful when I would go to strip clubs back in the day, and everybody else wasn't successful back then of getting strippers out the clubs. But I was extremely successful, right? Because I never arrows. I just agape. To this day, I agape.
Same.
You
That
feel
was
me?
tough.
So that's what you got to think about. You've been operating in the wrong shit.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep operating against what God said is the necessity of the woman, then you are never going to have that completion and you ain't going to never be at your most powerful state. It's impossible. And that's why relationships are the way they are in this country. That's exactly why.
What's an example of agape? And then I'm done. Like
agape is this. Agape is you know Adam and Eve. I can say that because it's a common story, right?
Yes, yes.
So Adam and Eve was in the garden, right? And then the sin happened and all that shit. Now when the sin happened, God came to Adam. Even though Eve was the perpetrator, God didn't go to Eve. She was the perpetrator, though. Somebody's gonna ask, why didn't he go to Eve? Because God established order in the earth, right? So I always compare it to the military. I've said this. People know I've heard this before. In the military, right? Say you got a sergeant, and the sergeant has men on the battlefield, and there's some funk shit going on the battlefield. So the lieutenant gets wind of it, and he comes to the sergeant. He say, "What the fuck is going on out there?" Right? Now, if the sergeant do what Adam did, it's those men out there in the battlefield, Lieutenant. That lieutenant gonna remove his punk ass from his position because he doesn't understand the responsibility of his rule, of his position. But if the sergeant would have said, "Lieutenant, I take full responsibility for everything that's underneath me. I'll handle it, and I'll come back and report to you to change." Right? So the agape is taking responsibility not for your position, and your position happens to include the bitch underneath you. Agape.
Wow. Thank you. Woo! That was powerful. Thank you. Thank the both of you. Blessings to bless the game. Thank God the Most High for both of you. Thank you very much, Andre. 100. Peace. I love y'all. Thank you very much. God bless me. Been a very good blessing. Thank you.
One.
Man,
Thank you for your patience. What's up, loved one?
Man, nigga. That's like getting on the microphone after Rakim, nigga. Shit, nigga. I don't know what to say, nigga. Shit, nigga. I'm like, I don't even want to go on stage no more, nigga. But man, hey, man, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Man, 100, bro, man. Blessings to you, man. Look, bro, I seen you post something up on the Instagram from the hospital bed. You did? And I'm like, damn, did something happen to 100? But, I didn't really say it, but I guess so. So, man, I'm glad to see that you made it. I'm glad that you still here, man. And, hey, man, you protected by this game, man. You know what I'm saying? And they can't, the suckers, they can't take it. And, being in the lifestyle, man, we become easy targets. You dig what I'm saying? Especially, like, I know you out about the Bay. I'm out here in LA. So, hey, Dre, you already know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it can become easy target. But, once again, like I say, man, I'm glad to see that you made it. I'm glad that you're here. And blessed to me. Can y'all see me, man? I don't even know. Can y'all even see me?
Yeah, for sure.
We
with you.
Okay.
Appreciate that one.
Man, how you doing, Dre, man? You been good, man?
Oh, well, man. Thank you for asking, loved one. Yeah.
How the family doing, man? Everybody good?
Yeah, all is
Man,
well.
I said, bro, I say it all the time, man. The world need more women like Dove.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Man, for real.
I say it
For
all the
real.
time too.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, I don't think got much to say, man. I just want to just tap in and show some support to the game from the game. You know what I'm
I
saying? I'm gonna give a
appreciate
shout
the
out
support.
to shout out to a few of the loved ones in the chat session. You know what I'm saying? Some of the death row mods, you know, Tony motherfucking Davis, Clyde, and
Yeah,
that's Pee Wee Kirkland's son, new child, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
but look, check this out, man. Now, look, I got something in the mix, right? I'm putting a project together, man, in honor of sin. And what I'm doing is that I'm taking names from his videos and making songs with them. Now, I already got In the Beginning, which is on my channel too. It's called In the Beginning, featuring C for the P. And it's from the video that he got, In the Beginning, Protect Your Treasures. And, you
Mm-hmm.
know, spit a few bars, and then I let him know, I chop up some shit, let him go. So I'm working on another one right now called I Never Thought Y'all Was the Pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just saying that to say that I'm kind of like reaching out to a few of his loved ones, like, you know, if y'all want to kind of like help me put this project together, I ain't got like no time schedule when to do it. I think I want to call it the Masterpiece, Mouthpiece, or Back to This Game That I Never Left. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reach out to
Right
free.
there.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the one right there. Back to This Game That I Never Left.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working on I Never Thought Y'all Was the Pimpin'. I'm gonna go into the studio. Say what, 100?
I said, no, that sounds like a beautiful idea. I definitely
Yeah,
wouldn't mind
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That, and that which is you know what I'm saying, another reason why I want to jump up here too. And also, like I say, 100, man, I just seen that shit on the gram, and I'm like, damn, I know, but I see that you was cool though, so I'm glad though. So yeah, I just kind of like just want to show a little love to the game. Let y'all know I kind of like got that in the mix.
Yeah, well, get at us, love.
I don't know, like. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you, Dre. And 100, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to both y'all on the ground. I'm gonna hit both y'all DMs on the ground and leave y'all my number and shit like that. And you know, and I kind of like can go into it a little bit more and shit like that. But you know, I just want to show some love. That you know, man, the game we need both of y'all, man. The game need both of y'all. 100, you stay coming with that hot fire music. Dre, you just stay being Dre. That's all you do. That's all you do. Yeah, you don't do nothing else, my nigga. Just stay being Dre. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let somebody else get in up on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Much love. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll tap in with y'all a little bit later.
Okay, love.
In a minute, love one.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Shout out to my partner, New Child.
New Child, what's happening?
Trying to come in here in a discreet fashion.
Oh man, let me go through something real quick, man. New Child, what's happening with him? Where's my shit at?
I'm hearing voices that I shouldn't.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da. Let me see, man. Mango, green tool. Come on, man. Why they got my shit all messed up around this piece, man? Hold on.
One time, because she already called me like 10 times. And
oh, go ahead.
hold on. This one.
Fuck.
Cause she don't play about me either. So
yeah, we don't need nobody to play about you.
Don't be constantly private. Private, you don't want to talk.
Love, you know that's how my. Okay, hold on. I call her from this phone real quick. Hold on. Look, I know you know that's my other phone. That's how it pop up. But I didn't answer your call because
I know how you doing.
I'm all right. I'm alive and well. Look, I'm on live right now, and I need you to give the people something, whatever you want to give them. You know, you got the platform right now. You know, hit them with one of them words real quick, but they hear you, they see you right now.
Give them what? No, I don't feel good. I'm off balance. I'm trying to get myself together. Got nothing to get him.
Well, look, this is my love. She sent me text every morning. She got the quotes. She got the scriptures, everything. This
Wow.
grandma Sue right here. This is grandma Sue
Grandma,
right here.
give us some before we go, Grandma.
Y'all keep y'all head up. Stay positive. Stay focused. Don't get nothing on you. Don't take no wooden nickels. And trust and believe and know that God is in control.
For sure.
Ooh.
I'm not taking no wooden nickels, and we definitely ain't gonna get nothing else on us.
That's right. Don't get nothing on you. Period.
I love it. I love it. Thank you,
All right,
Grandma.
I love you, love.
I love you too, grandson.
Okay, I'm gonna call you in a little bit.
Oh, that was rich. I love her.
No, for real.
Nigga, don't you take no wooden nickels, nigga. You better not have a wooden nickel, nigga. Let me find out you got a wooden nickel around here, nigga. Yes, indeed, boy. That's great stuff here, baby.
Yeah, that's grandma.
That's great stuff, man.
I'm gonna get her on one of these intros or something one of these days. She want to be humble today, but she be popular as well.
I can see you ain't even got to say. I can see for myself. Yeah, nigga, and stay away from them wooden nickels. That's what you do. Hey, them old folks got all the classics, man. Always got all the classics, man. Them older folks be having it.
No,
trust me.
Sure.
I already love Grandma. We about to kick it when I see her.
Yeah, she be making group chats and whatnot, like, me and all my students and whatnot, if they get to that level and whatnot. And
oh, hey, shit, I love it.
You don't do right by my grandson, you get removed from the group chat.
Oh shit, I love it, man.
She do though. She that's one of the things outside of my day-to-day routines that keep me grounded. Just those morning texts. It might be something long, like 6 pages long, or it might be something short and brief, but everything is it's of value.
Man,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? So,
oh, I'm a believer. Please believe. I'm a believer, partner. I tell you, I love Grandma, and we gonna kick it. Yeah, definitely gonna kick it. Well,
yeah,
man,
she said.
Look, we're gonna let a couple of you guys come on, man, because 100 and I got shit to do tomorrow, man. So we'll let a couple of you guys get back on here. About 2 more people, man. All right, in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in there. I'm going to put the link in there right now. Hold on. I know some of you guys been wondering what a link is. But you guys can get up here. We're gonna let 2 more people get in, man. And then we up out of here.
Do 3 one time. Some just saying, tell me to do 3.
3, okay, 3. 3s. I mess with 3s too.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I mess with 3s. God told me he moves in multiples of 3, so I mess with 3s.
No, for sure.
You guys want to come on? Come on in and kick it with.
This has been beautiful.
Oh, man, I'm glad you on, man. I'm glad that you were able to share and release your measure and bless so many people out there that needed to hear your story, your words, and your power. Here we go. We got Red. Red, what's happening with it?
Man, what's happening with it, man? I'm looking a little crazy, man. I wasn't expecting to get out of this game tonight, man.
Oh, man, we just had
to tap in and show some love.
Wait. The key words in there was I woke up.
Please believe.
Hey,
man. Yes, sir.
Man, I just had to show some love, man. Y'all speaking some truth, man. Hit me in my soul tonight. I said, man, I don't give a fuck how I'm looking right now, man. Twist it up. But man, had to show some love, especially him. I done heard of 100 before, man, and but man, hearing what you done been through and how you experienced it and lived through it, brother, man, you giving me the strength to wake up for another one. I got shit to do tomorrow.
Man. I got shit
I'm gonna be telling everybody that shit, boy. Hey man, I got shit to do tomorrow.
Come on, man. I'm excited about it for you.
Yeah.
Man.
Good show,
yes,
man.
sir.
Thank you, Red, for that shit, man.
Man, hey, you know, man, I mess with you, Dre, man, from way back. Boy, you been doing this so
Yeah,
long.
I
Can't
have.
go wrong listening to Dre.
For sure,
Yeah,
sure.
man. I've been
For sure.
consistent, man. Yeah, people can look back
Damn
over
right you been
years
consistent.
and
Damn right.
talking the same shit and living it. You know.
Hello. Hello. Yes, sir, man. It's good to see y'all boys up here kicking it, man. And you
Yeah.
got the whole chat going live, man. You got me over here going live, man, especially when he was talking about that agape and woo-wee. You
That
kicked it on that one. You
Yeah,
kicked it
look,
man.
on that one, boy. You
and,
did your damn
and
thing.
look, and that's one that was just beautiful all the way around. But that's something else like that I feel like is significant is never stop being, you know what I'm saying, like a student of this game. Like everybody always like want to feel like they know it all or they, you know what I'm saying. But it's like I got my pen and I got my paper. You know what I'm saying. I can answer the questions that I can answer, and I can't answer the questions I can't answer. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I'm constantly a student of this game. I'm constantly a student of life. I'm constantly a student just in general.
that's
So
wisdom.
it's like no matter how big you get, remain a student for sure.
Yeah, that's
And
wisdom.
definitely, man, it say that in the good book, man. The man that boasts, gotta humble him. But the man that stays humble, he will raise him up.
Man, for
Mm.
real, for real. Love you, Red. Thank you for that love, man. We love you for that.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe, man.
you too. Holla at you. Johnny Blaze, man. All you gotta
That's a
do is
cool
go to my
name.
YouTube. All you gotta do is go to my YouTube, man, and become a member. Join, I mean, right? My YouTube. Sometimes people have to use their computer or their iPad. Sometimes, because YouTube be tripping sometimes, right? But sometimes you just got to use the your computer or your iPad, right? You go on there, right by, you will see a join button. That's how you join the classes. Anybody want to join the classes? We do them twice a week, right? Twice a week, 7 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific Standard Time, Monday and Friday. We boy, and then what happens when you become a member? I open up the annals of the game of all the hundreds of classes that you've missed, so I don't be stingy. When you become a member, you got access to everything that you've missed, and you can go through at your own leisure. All that smorgasbord of information, of knowledge, that's going to empower you in your life. Once you become a member, that's opened up to you. Mondays and Fridays every week from 7 o'clock. All right, on. Get your
Let
blessing.
me. I wanna answer this one because I think he missed it.
Mhm.
It say Dre, what made you say I just want one woman compared to? Hold on. Can you can you hear me? It
I
say
can
I
hear
just
you.
want one woman
Bro.
compared
Oh
to
no,
where you
Jake.
came from. It say you said I just want one woman compared to where you came from and blase blase blase. But he did not say that. He said he wished the world was full of doves, and that was just emphasizing like the quality of women. Women need to focus on being more quality and not coming as they are in hopes of it being enough, but striving to be enough and qualifying all aspects in all areas of life, and especially for a man of such quality. So that's what he was saying.
That's good. Dre, what made you? This is what 100 just read. Dre, what made you say I want one woman compared to what you came from having many women? I am an Israelite. I'm a remnant member, right? My wife and I understand that I could have as many women as I want. But there's a standard. Remember I said about the information? You see all the shit Dove and I done did in 25 years together? What I look like just bringing some any old bitch up around this high powered ass shit, this well oiled fucking machine that we have, this machine, the level of life that we live. Have you heard Dove speak? Do you understand the kind of woman that is? That she matches a billion women just within herself? And I could say it coming from a nigga that had 8 holes at one time, right? So it's going to take an extraordinary type of individual that's sent by the Most High Himself in order for us to even be interested in that bitch. Give a fuck about nobody cute in the body and all that shit. We around here conquering systems, changing laws, doing shit that ain't never been done in this country before. And I'm gonna get some little bitch that's gonna be a fucking problem?
Man,
Come on, man.
going back to
Ask
that
yourself that
quality
question
versus
again.
quantity.
Yeah, ask yourself that question again.
Quality versus quantity.
Man, for real. So it ain't like I can't have nothing, Dub. No, we can have what we want to have. You see how I say we? Because we're one. We could have what the
Standard,
fuck we want to have.
but it's a
Yeah.
standard.
It's a fucking standard. And we ain't looking for no bitch like that. If God sent her, we'll see her. If not, it's good.
Now that's a quote. If God send her, we'll see her. If God, we got some shirts in the making for sure.
You feel me?
If God send her, I see her. For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have no goddamn broad around me like that, man. I done had a whole bunch of punks. I had to train up. Aaron, let's see what Aaron's saying. We got one more after Aaron. Aaron, what's happening with it? Aaron Moses.
I'm doing all right. Just hanging out with my son, man.
Hey,
Just
man, you saying
chilling.
something now.
Fresh
I'm
off of
loving you
work.
already.
Fresh off of work, man. 100, man. I'm glad you made it through that thing, man.
Man,
I'm
top
real
of it. I
glad.
appreciate it, loved one.
All right. So my question for either one of y'all who want to answer. So I really do want to teach and motivate the people. How do you think I should find out exactly what type of information I should invest myself in to give the people? Because I do have a specific message as far as trying to reach, my community, the impoverished community when it comes to spirituality. But I know, Dre, you said I have to be able to appeal to the people, initially. That's one of the reasons why you start doing your music and things. So what are some things that I could speak about to just be able to draw that crowd to be able to give them the medicine within the candy?
That's good. Go ahead, Juan. It's your time, baby.
Well, one, just you being here right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are leading by example is important. You just got off work, meaning, you feel me? Like, you're in a position of providing and you got your son with you. So that in itself, sometimes less is more, but that's a lot in itself, right?
Yeah.
So within that, I feel like just expressing and giving the significance of that, not only to you, but how significant it could be to the culture, like, as well. And
I'm gonna have to watch the
stepping
restream. I don't know if it's
outside
my
of
connection, but you're breaking up a lot on my end, man. So just go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Nah, I think
It's your connection. Aaron, it's your connection, but we're going to get through it. Can you hear him?
I can. It sound real robotic, man. But
Yeah, it's because you outside.
it might
you got
be
a
me.
bad connection. It's okay. We're going to still answer because when you replay this,
All right, I'm
it's
gonna
going
watch
to
the
be clear.
restream.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'll reiterate that one thing that I said is the significance of leading by example. That's a message in itself. And it's like, if you plan on it depends on how you plan on reaching people, because if it's via social media, that's a message in itself. You can always make your son like an Instagram and just record like the moments that's significant, you know what I'm saying, like, to you and him, whether it's teaching moments, whether it's his first steps, whether it's, all of these things, like, that's essential, you know what I'm saying, to make people realize, like, okay, those moments are intimate, those moments are significant, okay, this and why a black man or just a man in general have a better chance at surviving this thing called life if they have the right reference points. So that's significant in itself.
That's beautiful, man. Let me build on that. Look, Aaron, you got it right now, right? If I was you, you want to reach people, right? You got it right now. I would do something like, there's a big thing about black men not being fathers, right? I would play off of
Right.
that. And I would use your situation with your son. That might be simple to you, but might be something far-fetched for the average black guy that grew up without a father, to let them know what that looks like, right? You having an experience with your son showcasing what it looks like from right now, bringing people along with you on the journey of fatherhood to raise your son. That is the most significant thing, one of them that our community needs, and you have it right now. That's what I would
Yo,
do.
facts, and that's beautiful. And they say charity start at home. So it's like if you're gonna teach anyone, you know what I'm saying, let it be the one that's right in front of you, you know what I'm saying, and have a powerful enough message that everybody listening in gravitate towards.
I would put some on social media. I would call it the Black Father, or play off the words of them saying that, black men are not fathers. I would use that specifically, right? Because that right there is exotic. That means it's something that draws people. And then what you do regularly seems simple to you because you're a father, but it's not to a lot of people out there. And take them on that journey of black fatherhood specifically. And that is how you can reach our people. That's the
For
most
sure.
powerful thing you could do. For real, for
All
real.
right.
I'm thinking about, man, that's a good ass idea. Well, I'm telling you.
Now put your son in the camera and introduce him.
Yeah. Go ahead and
This
get
your
up
first
on it.
debut right there.
Baby
Put your son
Look
in the
at
camera
it.
and introduce him.
Yeah.
Let us know who we looking at right now.
He's
Yeah.
laughing.
So
He's
that's
funny.
what
He's a
that's what
funny
I
little
do,
kid.
Aaron. I'd be expecting to hear from it. I'd be expecting to see it. Let me know when you put it together. I'm gonna bring you on the platform and we're gonna share it. And we're gonna go viral with
Oh,
it because we
word.
need it in the community. So you started, you hit me, and you're gonna be on the platform talking about it.
Okay. If I could, just a little piece of knowledge on. I appreciate that information.
Yeah, go ahead.
I tried to ask this before prior, but I asked it I didn't ask. Just a couple tips on reinvention. The question I asked, it more so sounded like, how do I gain a better image towards the people? Which you gave a brilliant, of course, response to that. You said I have to do charity and let my work speak for myself, but actually authentically, changing myself. I have a plethora of issues, dealing with alcoholism and anger, things like that. Not specifically those issues, but just reinvention, just trying to start a workout, eat better, and meditate, things like that.
So you need
Just
to get
changing my actual habits and myself.
yeah, you need to get in class. There's a lot of people that talk to me about similar issues, right? And what I tell them is that you develop a habit over a period of time, right? And so the only way that you shift and you change it is new information. See, if you got a desire to do some changing, right? But all you have inside of you
Mm-hmm.
is everything that you've become in the amount of years that you've been here. So it requires new information being put inside of you. So when an old situation happens, you're able to pull from the new information. It's the ability to pull from the new information to fight off the old man. If you ain't got nothing down inside of
Right.
you, you ain't got nothing to fight with. The old man gonna win over and over again. So there need to be new
Come on, man.
information that you could draw and pull from. You see what I'm saying? Because those issues that you're
Mm-hmm.
having are things that are promoted to you 24/7 within this country. So you also need information that is promoted to you to combat the indoctrination of this country, right? So I teach this in class.
Come on,
I
man.
say every spiritual battle is won or lost at the threshold of the mind, up here, not in the mind, up here, right? So a situation to come, alcoholism, right? Anger, that comes right here, right? And if you ain't got no new information, then it goes inside of you and it becomes you, right? But see, that shit come to you and you got new information inside. So you pull out that new information to combat that shit because you win or lose it right here. When you accept it, it comes and it becomes you. But every battle is won or lost here. So you need new information to realize it, to recognize it, and also to be able to penetrate it when it comes because it's constantly being promoted 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. So you're easily defeated by it. because ain't nobody pushing no new information, no game into you 24/7. But when you got knowledge, you got game pushed inside of you 24/7. It's the game that begin to resonate in you. It's the game that put the fire in you to burn the dross of that old shit, that old life, that old mentality. It's the game that give you the fire. You see how it just rose up? Because it's the game in me that rose up. That's what you need. Get in class.
But shit show. And it
I
become
definitely,
like oil and water. Can't mix.
I definitely agree because I do. You know, I live in a chaotic environment. A lot of I stay. I don't even. I stay in South Central right now,
Right.
but when I wake up, the first thing I listen to is Judge Mathis, like things that subconsciously dramatic, and then I turn when I listen to music, it's drill music. Is not happy. I never listen to happy music, so that makes a lot of sense. I do subconsciously try to comfort myself with my environment, not necessarily knowing that I'm hypnotizing myself with that negative energy. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, get in class.
I definitely appreciate
To
that.
see you because I want to help defeat all that shit that you're dealing with, because everybody in the remnant class can come from different kind of experiences, the same kind as you, and we winning
Hmm.
around here. We winning around here, Aaron. I love you, man. Get in class.
Oh wait, let me tell you one more thing. So
Oh,
I
go
did
ahead.
see one of your links. I don't know if you have that information. So if you take that, I saw a remnant class today. I don't know if you did that purposely, but that was in the community page. So you put the
Remnant?
link and it took you to one of, yeah.
Yeah, our classes is
So you
Monday
put one of the
through Friday.
remnant classes on free, is what I'm saying.
Well, if you
So I
got it
don't know
on
if you
free,
want
it
to
was
take that down.
no. I ain't gonna take it down. If it's on free, then go ahead and enjoy it. See what you're missing. I'm gonna keep it the way it is. If I did it
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
$60, $2 a day. It's cool.
$50 for the month, twice a week. So you got 246, 246. So you got what 246, 8 classes for $50 in the month. And it ain't just the money, man. It's just seed, right? The reason why people say,
Come
man,
on, man.
why don't you do things for free? Is because our people don't pay for entertainment for free, because our people go pay thousands of dollars to go to Super Bowls
Exactly.
and NBA championships and go to the clubs, and then you want to come over here and be crying over a funky $50, and I'm empowering you and teaching you how to become, and not only you but your family and everybody around you to be empowered. Man, come on with that shit. Yeah, so that's all
Hello.
it is. Go right on YouTube, join. That's
Man,
all you got
people
to do.
don't interview,
Huh?
and people won't value the information and take it serious and act on it if it's free. It's a waste
That's
of
right.
time, pretty much.
That's right.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
right.
did.
That's right. So I'll be waiting to hear from you, loved one. I'm gonna get up out of here because I gotta
All
let
right,
old
man.
buddy go. Love you. We got shit to do tomorrow. Holla back.
All right, appreciate you. Appreciate you. I sent moms the link, and she said it's been a lovely message, but she going to sleep because she got shit to do tomorrow. All right, love y'all.
Look, man, we done been here. We done blessed you. That's the 3 people, man. My nephew Wanhunnit. I'm so excited for all that he's doing, all that he's did, all that he's gonna do. It's exciting to see all the things that the Most High has for him. I'm excited for him. One, I'm gonna
Most
give you the last words.
Well, first of all, I most definitely appreciate it. Most definitely appreciate being on the platform in itself, sharing my story, sharing my testimony. And if you the standard, I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do, but this is
Yes, sir.
definitely a great start. So I definitely appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate everybody that came in and watched. And if you took anything from it, which you should have, if you got eyes and ears and a brain, and I'm just hoping it helped to a high capacity.
Tell
From the
people how to get
small.
in touch with you.
I'm
Your IG.
100 reasons why. Hold on. Nothing too crazy. Just simple. 100 reasons why. WANHUNNIT on Instagram. Instagram is my most used social media. I got a Facebook, Wan Love, WANLOVE. But Wanhunnit on Instagram, 3 underscores, definitely a great place to start for sure.
We love you guys all. Thank you for joining us, man. We're gonna see you next time. Stay put, Juan. Love you.
And hold on,
Uh-oh.
side note, check out that In My Zone. Check out that In My Zone by
Please.
100. So if you don't make it to Instagram first and you happen to be on Apple Music or YouTube or Music or Pandora or whatever the case may be, just type in 100 and find your favorite song and let me know what it is.
Love you. We